it's time for today's special feature. The special feature is never a question that I've gotten during the course of the week, but it's always some kind of topic. It seems to keep popping up. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the new car syndrome. You buy a new car and all of a sudden it's everywhere. It's this topic. It reached out and grabbed me, and then all of a sudden, a lot of people important to me start talking about it. And the topic this week is connectedness. And one of the situations in which this topic was raised, actually two of them, were in the context of selling. And I love that. I love that so many people are talking about the sales process as one of connection. Because one of the things that it took me a long time to learn and accept is that connection with other human beings is a fundamental human need. And sure, I read about it in years past, but there have been, I think, a pretty small number of times in my life when I really felt connected to other human beings, when I really felt understood. And I know I'm not the only one, ironically. And it took me a while to be able to face that connectedness is a fundamental human need, because as a person who felt excluded a lot, that would have been way too painful for me to face. And if you have ever felt excluded in any area of your life, in any time period of your life, you know the pain that I'm talking about. But it's a fundamental human need. So why would we ever make a decision to work with somebody, a client or a service provider, with whom we don't feel connected? It's not going to produce business results or mission-driven results. And we're not going to feel good about it. And there's going to be a lot of agita, a lot of she didn't understand what I meant, or he went off and did his own thing, or she's running a counterculture, or that's not what I had in mind. The results out of working together just aren't there. And neither is the joy. So how can you do some due diligence when you're seeking a service provider or making your services available to a client in order to determine how connected you really are and what connectedness can be created and how connectedness is created? And I have an assertion for today. My assertion is that connectedness is created in language. And that if we listen carefully, I mean really carefully, we can understand someone's subtext. We can understand what really matters most. We can ask questions to really get at what matters most. To share the stories that naturally come to mind that show, I relate to that. And when you share those stories and somebody goes, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? That sharing and that acknowledgement, that's where connectedness is created. Did you ever have somebody that you're working with professionally that you just don't understand? Doesn't it have an impact on the quality of the results that you two can create together? Connectedness not only fulfills a fundamental human need, but also is essential to producing results. And the fact that we don't have to give up one to have another is a freaking miracle. That is awesome. We don't have to give up one to have the other. Get it all, my friends. That's today's share.